Please rise for the pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Coming up, we have a look into Back to School Night, the college application process, the annual Flag Field of Honor, and more. I'm Basilia, Mekhail.
And I'm Ariel, Boodhram.
And the BMB Morning Announcements start now. Good morning, Mepham. Today is Friday, September 20th, day 2. To start, now that school is back in session for the 2024-2025 school year, it is important that parents have a chance to meet their students' teachers for the year.
To start, now that school is back in session for the 2024 to 2025 school year, it is important that parents have a chance to meet their students' teachers for the year, as well as have the opportunity to show the curriculum for the class.
That's right. Back to School Night for all of the high schools in the BMCHSD will be taking place next Thursday, the 26th at 7 p.m.
I cannot wait for my parents to meet my teachers this year. I hope I left a good impression.
Right? Now that everyone is getting settled back into their seats for the year, it's time for seniors to start thinking about college applications.
I can't wait until everything is submitted and over with.
I agree. Brigid Flanagan is out on location in our very own guidance counselor center with some helpful tips that might make the process a little less troublesome.
While college applications can be stressful, there are people around our school that can make things easier for seniors. One very important group are our school counselors.
Every senior who's applying to college, I think, needs to know that their counselor is here to help them through the process. We sit with students. I've had at least 4 in my office today going over their Common App, making sure everything's good so that they're not really alone in the process.
It's nice to know that seniors have people to rely on throughout the process. Visit your counselor if you have any questions or if you need extra transcript request forms. These forms are due 2 weeks before the application deadline for the college you're applying to. If you're unsure about where you want to apply, speaking to admissions counselors can help.
Over the next 2 months, colleges are coming. They're sending representatives to our counseling center to meet with students in small groups to give some information about colleges. So it's a good opportunity if you can't get on campus to speak to someone who can give you a little bit more information.
Remember, the college application process is a journey. It's okay to feel mixed emotions along the way. Good luck to all future college students. I'm Brigid Flanagan, and back to Ariel and Basilia.
Thanks, Brigid. Those tips will definitely help my fellow pirates going through this process.
Next, on what's going on in the Mepham community, the Leo and AWOD Club are holding an animal shelter collection drive until October 4th. Donations started last week and can include old towels, blanket sheets, and animal food items for the All About Cats and Last Hope animal shelters. All donations should be dropped to either the main entrance or room 347.
What a great cause, because it can be estimated that 10 million animals die from abuse or cruelty every year in the United States. About 250,000 animals are annually found to be victims of animal hoarding, which most living in unsanitary conditions. Nearly 400,000 dogs that enter the shelters across the country are euthanized annually.
Another great fundraiser is the 10th annual Flag Field of Honor. Here's Emma Santiago with more on this incredible event and how it came to be what it is today.
So about 10 years ago, Mr. Patton and I were approached by our then principal, Mr. Harrington, your superintendent, and he was interested in bringing a flag field to Mepham because his community had a flag field, and he thought it was a nice tribute to those who have served and those who were lost on 9/11.
The Flag Field of Honor not only helps us honor those who were involved in 9/11, but also symbolizes the unity of our community and helping us represent those who are important to us, whether it's family, friends, first responders, or those who we have sadly lost.
It just brings a lot of pride because we are such a heavily first responder community, and also doing it over these number of years and having, upwards at most, sometimes 300 flags on that field. Other schools and other organizations within the community have also replicated our Flag Field of Honor, and they've started to do it.
The fact that other communities are embracing the same idea as us to show just how important someone can truly be shows just how strong and unique the Mepham community truly is.
It separates Mepham from everyone else. It's the reason why our community is so special, our school is so special, and our kids are unlike anybody else. They're different. And I think that when they're out there on a Sunday morning, putting those flag fields up, and I just think that's what's great about who we are.
In the end, the Flag Field of Honor not only pays tribute for those heroes of 9/11, but also as a powerful reminder of the pride, unity, and strength that the Mepham community has. Well, that's all for me. Now back to Ariel and Basilia in the studio.
Thanks, Emma. What an amazing story and an amazing cause. I will definitely be purchasing a flag of my own.
Likewise. Now moving on to global events, there is so much to cover this week.
To start, in election news, former President Trump was on Long Island this week holding a campaign rally at Nassau Coliseum on Wednesday. Meanwhile, Vice President Kamala Harris was campaigning in Philadelphia and Michigan. This past Tuesday was National Voter Registration Day. As a reminder, if you'll be 18 by November 5th, you can register to vote and participate in this year's election.
Registering people to vote and engaging in our democratic process is a cornerstone of our democracy and should not be a partisan issue.
In other news, the Federal Reserve cut interest rates earlier this week by 0.5 percentage point, marking the first rate cut in over 4 years. The federal funds rate being cut is a sign that the agency believes that inflation is finally under control.
It's similar to, how when the temperature is very hot in the room, you raise the air, you put the air conditioner on full blast. Well, as the temperature starts to cool off, you lower the AC, right? So that's sort of what the Federal Reserve is doing by lowering the federal funds rate.
Next, Meta has announced new teen Instagram account restrictions in an attempt to boost child safety across the platform. In the coming weeks, the accounts of users under the age of 16 will be private by default, as well as halting notifications after 10 p.m. to 7 a.m. to promote healthier sleeping habits. These new changes will also grant new controls to the parents of underage accounts, allowing them to view their screen time. Meta will also be using AI to determine the age of the users.
I guess selecting your age and just clicking yes on the terms and conditions is a thing of the past.
Glad my Club Penguin days are over. Kids today will actually need to get their parents' permission.
In some more local news, Picture Day took place for the underclassmen, as well as senior retakes this week.
That's right. There were also a multitude of fire drills on Tuesday, which will continue throughout the remainder of the month. This is to adequately prepare Mepham students and staff in case of emergency. The state mandates a minimum of 12 fire drills a year, so expect to leave abruptly your classrooms a few more times in the coming days.
Following the fire drills, this past Monday, Model UN held their first meeting. They discussed upcoming plans and roles for the year as they prepare for the many events to come.
Speaking of planning, our many athletic teams have been planning for matchups against rival schools in the past few weeks. Here's Jake Maxwell with our week in Mepham sports so he can tell us more.
Thanks, guys. I'm excited to be here for the first time this year. Let's start over on the field, where the girls' soccer team took on the Herricks Highlanders and took a huge 3-0 win. Next, the boys' soccer team traveled to Great Neck South on Wednesday and faced off against the Rebels, tying 2-2. Now, traveling inside, coming off a tough loss to the Oceanside, the boys' volleyball team traveled to Valley Stream Central and took on the Eagles. And as for the girls, they took on the Long Beach Marines at home on Thursday. Tomorrow, the boys' football team travels to Roslyn to take on Roslyn and Friends. Now going on to professional sports, the MLB regular season is coming to an end, and the Mets and the Braves are neck and neck for the last wildcard spot. We will see how it turns out. Unfortunately, that's all I have for you in this week in Mepham Sports, and as always, I'm Jake Maxwell. Basilia and Ariel, take it away.
Thanks, Jake. It seems like it has been a great week for the Pirates.
Certainly. Let's just hope they keep up the momentum.
Let's also hope that the weather is in their favor for this upcoming week. Here is Tina Pena with this week's forecast.
Thanks, guys, and I hope everyone's prepared for a little chill in the air, because get this Sunday is the first day of fall. And just as an FYI, the chill in the air was very metaphorical. As for the most part, this weekend's weather is hot, again. For today's forecast, expect showers with a high of 77 and a low of 61. Moving over to Saturday, the rain leaves behind some clouds with a high of 77 and a low of 61 again. Finally, the much-awaited first day of fall. Sunday treats us with even more clouds with a high of 72 and an autumnal low of 58. Anyways, that's about it for me, but don't be surprised if you see me at a pumpkin patch this weekend.
You know, what I'm kind of seeing this forecast is my fall weather.
Well, I mean, believe it or not, it does start this Sunday.
And I can't wait.
Well, these have been the BMB Morning Announcements for September 20th.
Have a great day, Mepham.
Why are you going it's supposed to be a dab up. High five.
Sorry.
Do I ever high five you?
My bad.
I've never high fived you.
High five, though.
I never will high five. That was disgusting.
Now dab.
I just said I'd never high five you. Wait. We have to go.
Very good.